Hi, I'm Gunnar and I'm a part-time photographer and potter, and I also have to do other things to make my money. Which I mean as I'm a server too, part-time. Um, and today I wanted to give a quick tour of my pottery studio. I finally have everything kind of set up how I want it to look after a few months of working with things. I also just brought my wheel out. It used to be in my house, but I just think it's better to have everything together, and it's so messy with the dust, so it's better to have the wheel out in my shed, which is where I work. And I work in around this 7 feet by 11 feet studio right here. But it's just the perfect amount of space to get everything I need done. And I even have a kiln down in the corner of the shed, so I don't even have to leave the studio to get my work fully done. It's like the best thing in the world. I'm super fortunate. So I wanted to give a quick tour of how I have everything set up. We're gonna start at my work table. So this is where I spend about 90% of my time working in the studio. I love this table. My dad and I built this actually like I think 6 or 7 years ago. And the 2 tiers help so much when I can work on this side with a big piece, have another big piece here, and still have stuff up here, whether that be like extra clay that I can take from or just other projects. It's been so helpful. I've had 3 different projects working on here at the same time. I don't have any complaints besides the fact that it's not treated to get water on it at all, which you think would be horrible with clay, but I normally work on plasterboard. And then also, ever since graduating from university, I've been really trying to cut back on my water usage in my pottery work. I noticed that I was having a lot of cracking in a lot of my really big projects back in college, so ever since I stopped using a bunch of water in my big projects back home, they've stopped having a bunch of cracks. So I think having this table has really helped me with my water usage in pottery and not using too much. This is the perfect table for me. I have all my tools here in this left corner of the table. I made all these things, so it's so nice to have your own pottery work be like the things holding your tools and stuff like that. It's always nice to incorporate your own work. That's really all you need on the desk. Like, you don't need a lot. I mainly just use my hands. This is my work in progress shelf. I have another one of my projects up here. I usually have like nothing on the desk full-time drawing unless it's a project it's like the only thing I'm working on. I usually just keep shuffling things back and forth between these 2 workstations. I also have some like stuff for my extruder, some paintbrushes, lots and lots of bags to cover the clay between working. I've got some foam pieces. It's always nice to work on foam if you're working with large structures when you're flipping them around. And then the bottom is like old woodworking stuff that I don't use for clay. Moving on to this side, it is a bit more disorganized, but it does still have like a main routine of how I do things. I have like all my glazes, all my stains, my plaster, the wires, everything I need for the kiln and all that is usually right here. I then have a bunch of packing stuff all down here and right here, but also I haven't ever tried to ship anything in the mail. It's like very daunting to me, but I'm really hoping in time like I have a big enough base of people that want to buy my work, and then maybe I can sell it and do this more as a full-time job, but I think that's a bit too far in the future. I'm hoping I can make it faster and make it more of my reality, but we gotta start slow, I think. Then up here I've got like finished projects. A lot of my projects are actually in my house right now though, because I'm filming another YouTube video of like previous projects that I've made. So those videos should be out soon, or they probably already are out. Then I've got like some more previous projects, and then over here I have all my like Bisqueware stuff. So right now it's just a lot of plant pots that I haven't finished. Some stuff from university. And then this is some of my dad's stuff. Then I have all like my graveyard projects from stuff in university that I like, but I also don't like enough to display, but also can't get rid of. I need to figure that out. That's a personality trait flaw for sure, is I can't let go of things. But yeah, that's everything on this wall. And lastly, we have my pottery wheel. I got this right after graduating from university. I don't spend a ton of time on the wheel. I'm more of a hand builder myself, but this is how I really fell in love with pottery back in university. It was the first class I took, was beginning wheel. But I know as soon as it starts heating up and it's springtime and it's a bit warmer in the studio space, I'll probably want to start using this more. It's just like only like 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the studio, so it doesn't really make me want to sit on the wheel a lot and work. I do have like a small bucket system working right now, so I usually have a bucket of water. I'll have a bucket of wet clay that I'll usually use for reprocessing, and then I have a bucket of dried clay. Right now I have probably like 200 or 300 pounds of clay that I need to reprocess, like an insane amount. So I might make a video of that if that's not boring for people, but we'll see. And then I also keep a bit of my clay here too as well. I'm not entirely sure how long I'll have this studio space set up for, but for now it's the perfect amount of space to get everything I need done. And I love that it's a little nook too. It makes me feel very like cozy when I'm working, and with it being on a second level too, it's really nice. So like I said, I'm hoping to show more of my projects in the future. I hope you got some inspiration from my pottery studio for your own, or if you're just watching just to watch, thank you for doing that too as well. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and see you next time. I always do an awkward wave, like always. I don't know how to not do that.